Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jagannathai Jaya Jagannathai. Jaya Jagannathai Baladevai Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe. Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupada Paramahamsa Pariyacharya Ashtotar His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Naranam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udhiraye Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So we are reading from Canto 10. Canto 10 is entitled Dasanam Samam Bonam. Samam Bonam means Ashraya. So we are reading Canto 10, Chapter 2, Prayers by the Demigods, verse 9. Ataham amsa bhagena devakya putratam subhe prapashyami tvam yashodhayam nandapatnyam bhavishyashi. Ataham amsa bhagena devakya putratam subhe prapashyami tvam yashodhayam nandapatnyam bhavishyashi. Ataham amsa bhagena devakya putratam subhe prapashyami tvam yashodhayam nandapatnyam bhavishyashi. Prabhus. Matajis. Someone else? One more? Anusha? You sang? Okay. Anyone else? Danita? No? Mataji, you want to try? Okay. Word for word, meaning ataha. Therefore, aham, I, amsa bhagena, by my plenary expansion, devakya, of Devki, putratam, the son, Subhe, O all auspicious Yogamaya, prapasyami, I shall become, tvam, you, Yashodayam, in the womb of Mother Yashoda, Nanda Patnyam, in the wife of Maharaj Nanda, Bhavishyashi, shall also appear. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada. Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. O all auspicious Yogamaya, I shall then appear with my full six opulences as the son of Devaki, and you will appear as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, the queen of Maharaj Nanda. I'll repeat. O all auspicious Yogamaya, I shall then appear with my full six opulences. What are the six opulences? Anyone? Strength, fame, renunciation, wealth, beauty, one more, knowledge. So these are the six opulences. So Krishna is telling Yogamaya, O all auspicious Yogamaya, I shall then appear with my full six opulences as the son of Devaki, and you will appear as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, the queen of Maharaj Nanda. So why is Krishna saying, I shall then appear? So it's a continuation of the previous verse. I'll just quickly read previous verse so that we are in line. Within the womb of Devaki is my partial planetary expansion known as Sankarshan or Sesha. Without difficulty, transfer him into the womb of Rohini. So Krishna is saying, transfer Lord Balram, who is within the womb of Devaki, into the womb of Rohini, who was staying in Gokul with Nanda Maharaj. And then I shall appear with my full opulences, all six opulences in full, in the womb of Devaki. And you will appear as a daughter of Mother Yashoda. So Krishna is saying this, that, and there was a difference of only 15 days between Lord Balram and Krishna appearing. So Lord Balram was transferred into the womb of Rohini, and then Krishna appeared within the womb of Devaki, and Yogamaya appeared as the daughter of Yashoda. So this all is happening together. Purport. The word Amsa Bhagena is important in this verse. In Bhagavad Gita 10.42, the Lord says, Athava Bahu Naitena Kim Gnatena Tava Arjuna Vistabhyam Idam Krishnam Ekam Sena Stito Jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Everything is situated as a part of the Supreme Lord's potency. In regards to Lord Krishna's appearance in the womb of Devaki, Brahma played a part also, because on the bank of the milk ocean, he requested the Supreme Personality of Godhead to appear. We have already heard this at the beginning of this canto, right? Brahma goes to the bank of the ocean of milk ocean, and then he requests Mahavishnu to appear. Requested the Supreme Personality of Godhead to appear. A part was also played by Baladev, the first expansion of Godhead. Similarly, Yogamaya, who appeared as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, also played a part. So Brahma is playing his part of requesting the Lord to appear within the material world. Lord Balram is playing his part. How did Lord Balram play this part? We will hear more in details. And then Yogamaya is playing her part in this whole pastime. So a part was also played by Baladev, the first expansion of the Lord, and similarly Yogamaya, who appeared as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, also played a part. Thus, Jiva Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, and Shakti Tattva are all integrated with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we heard about in this purport, Brahma playing his part, then Lord Balram is playing his part, and Yogamaya is playing this part. And here Srila Prabhupada is saying, thus Jiva Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, and Shakti Tattva are all integrated within the Supreme Lord. So who is the Jiva Tattva in those three? Lord Brahma is the Jiva Tattva. Who is the Vishnu Tattva? Lord Balaram is the Vishnu Tattva. And who is the Shakti Tattva? Yogamaya is the Shakti Tattva. So, the Jiva Tattva, Vishnu Tattva and Shakti Tattva are all integrated with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, when we say integrated within the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are all within the Supreme Lord. And when Krishna appears, he appears with all his integrated parts. So Krishna never appears alone. He always comes with his paraphernalia and his associates. As explained in previous verses, Yogamaya was requested to attract Sankarshan, Baladev, from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. And this was a very heavy task for her. Yogamaya naturally could not see how it was possible for her to attract Sankarshan. So Yogamaya is feeling the load of attracting Sankarshan. Why? Why is it mentioned like that? Yogamaya is finding it difficult to attract Sankarshan? Right. Is a Vishnu Tattva. Right. So, Lord or Vishnu Tattva is Shaktiman. And Shaktiman possesses Shakti. So how can Shakti can influence Shaktiman to do something? You understanding the point? So if something is my energy or subordinate to me, it cannot order, a clerk cannot order the CEO how you should run the company, right? But the CEO can do that, right? So similarly here, it is mentioned Yogamaya was requested to attract Sankarshan Baladev from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, and this was a very heavy task for her. Yogamaya naturally could not see it was possible for her to attract Sankarshan. Therefore, Krishna addressed her as Subhe, auspicious, and said, "Be blessed, take power from me, and you will be able to do it. By the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, anyone can do anything, for the Lord is present in everything, all things being his parts and parcels, amsa bhagena, and increasing or decreasing by his supreme will." Balram was only 15 days older than Lord Krishna. By the blessings of Krishna, Yogamaya became the daughter of Mother Yashoda, but by the supreme will, she was not able to enjoy the parental love of her father and mother. Krishna, however, although not actually born from the womb of Mother Yashoda, enjoyed the parental love of Mother Yashoda and Nanda. By the blessings of Krishna, Yogamaya was able to achieve the reputation of being the daughter of Mother Yashoda, who also became famous by the blessings of Krishna. Yashoda means one who gives fame. Om Agnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha. Shri Caitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sahagrajatam Sahaganaragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaganalalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vanchakalpatarobhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Sorry. Okay. So, what is happening in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam at this stage? So, we have heard the dynasties of two Manus. The first one was Swayambhu Manu, and now the Manu described is Vaivasvata Manu, which is the current Manu. So we know that in a day of Brahma is how many years? 100 years he lives. And in those 100 years he has got two kalpas, the day part and the night part. And each kalpa has got how many yuga cycles? 1000 yuga cycles. And in the day of Brahma there are how many Manus? 14 Manus. So there are 14 Manus who are coming in the day of Brahma. Anyone knows, so out of the 1000, which yuga cycle we are in? 28. So we are in the 28th yuga cycle. So in the middle of the day of Brahma, Krishna himself appears once. So right now we are in the middle of the day of Brahma, and we see that Brahma has finished about 50 years of his life. So Krishna has appeared, and we hear of, and we are in the 7th Manvantara right now. So first Manvantara or the Manu was Swayambhu Manu. So we heard about Swayambhu Manu right from 3rd canto up till 7th canto. So in the 3rd canto we heard about there are 3 daughters and 2 sons, of which we heard about Devhuti, one of the daughters. And then 4th to 7th is more of the explanation of the 2 sons and the 2 daughters. The 2 sons were Uttanapad and Maharaj Priyavata. So we heard about their dynasties. And then we heard about Akhuti and Prasuti as well. So we are hearing Bhagavatam is basically explaining about the dynasties of Swayambhu Manu until canto 7. And in 8th canto, which is known as the Manvantara canto, we heard about other Manus as well in brief. But from the 9th canto, we are hearing about Vaivasvata Manu, who is the current Manu who is ruling right now. And in his dynasty, we heard about Surya dynasty and Chandra dynasty. And in the Surya dynasty, who appears? Lord Ram appears. And in the Chandra dynasty, Krishna appears. So as soon as Sukadeva Goswami is explaining all these things to Parikshit Maharaj, all these pastimes to Parikshit Maharaj, and he comes to this point where he is explaining about how Krishna appeared and he killed Kamsa, and he appeared with his associate Lord Balram, who is the first expansion. And then Sukadeva Goswami was going further, and Parikshit Maharaj stops him. Please stop here. And so at the end of 9th canto, we hear Parikshit Maharaj is stopping Sukadeva Goswami and asking this question, don't fast forward this pastime. I want to hear about Krishna in detail, everything. Why did Lord Balram appear? Why did Krishna appear? Tell me about their birth. What activities they did as childhood, in their childhood. What did they do in their youth? What did they do in Vrindavan, Dwarka, Mathura? Explain everything. Why did they kill Kamsa, who was his maternal uncle? So Parikshit Maharaj wants to hear in detail about Krishna's pastimes. And we hear that Bhagavatam has got 10 subject matters. Atra sarga visargascha sthanam poshaya uttaya manvantara esha anukata nirodha muktir ashra. So these are the 10 subject matters. It speaks about sarga, creation. 3rd canto, 5th canto, we hear in detail about creation. Visarga, Secondary creation done by Brahma. We hear about those pastimes. Then, Atra Sarga Visarga Sthanam, the positioning of the material universe and the universes, how they are positioned, how they appear from Mahavishnu. So, Mahavishnu is lying in the causal ocean. And where does Mahavishnu come from? And we heard here that Krishna appeared with his first expansion, Lord Balram. So what happens at the beginning? Krishna is there, and then he expands himself into Lord Balram. Who is what potency is Lord Balram? I'll tell you there are three potencies of Krishna: Sat, Chit, Ananda. What potency is Lord Balram? Sat potency. Krishna keeps himself the Chit potency, and Radharani is the Ananda potency, Ladini potency. So what is Sat potency? Sat potency is the eternality. So Krishna expands himself as Lord Balram, and Lord Balram has got this department to manifest everything else. So Lord Balram expands himself as four Chaturviya: Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And that first quadruple of Chaturviya manifests the entire spiritual world. So that comes from Balram and Chaturviya, and they expand into the spiritual world. And then they manifest into the second quadruple. And that second quadruple, again, Aniruddha, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna, they are in charge for manifesting the entire material world. They appear in material world from time to time. And then they expand into Mahavishnu, who lies on the causal ocean. And from the pores of Mahavishnu, universes, millions of universes are coming when he breathes out, exhales. Millions of universes are coming, and when he inhales, those millions of universes are going back into his body. And in that universe, Mahavishnu expands himself as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Each universe, he expands himself as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Lord Brahma is born. And Brahma lives his 100 years in just that one breath. So third canto explains how much is the length or time-wise of that breath? Nimishena. Nimishena means the blink of an eye. So in the blink of an eye, Brahma lives his 100 years. We think we have got a long life. Yeah? If we live 100 years, we think we have got a long life. But how many human years does Brahma live? 4.32 billion years. So imagine our life is like the spark. Sometimes you see those mosquitoes, they take birth at night. By morning, they are dead on the floor. Their life is probably longer. In comparison to Brahma, our life is lesser than that. It's just we appear and disappear. It's insignificant. Nobody cares when ants are running. So many thousands of ants are walking on the street. We don't even look. They are crushed and dead. Nobody gives a big damn about those ants, right? So it's like that. Our life is just like a spark. So this is in comparison of Mahavishnu's life I'm talking about. Millions of universes are coming and going back into his body just by one breathe, exhale, and inhale. And in each universe, he manifests as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And then in each and every atom, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu manifests as Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So again, there are many incarnations which come in the day of Brahma. So it's already mentioned in the Vedas, the timings of those incarnations. But once in the day of Brahma, why am I telling you all these things? Because the Supreme Lord, Krishna himself, appears with all his paraphernalia. So now there are no incarnations or plenary portions of the plenary portions. He himself appears in the day of Brahma, once in the day of Brahma. And we are fortunate that we are born in that particular day of Brahma. That we have got access to Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, we have got access to Lord Krishna himself. Because in the other days of Brahma, in the 100 years, the other days of Brahma, Krishna does not appear. There are other incarnations who appear. And so simultaneously, we don't have access to the same Śrīmad Bhāgavatam that we are reading now, where Krishna's pastimes are explained so elaborately. We've got access to Krishna's pastime in detail because of the blessings of course, Srila Prabhupada and the previous Acharyas, but Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami, who appear because Krishna has appeared. They are all the eternal associates of the Lord. And when Krishna appears, as we heard here, the Lord is asking all his associates to appear in Nandagaon, to appear in Gokul and Vrindavan, to assist him in his pastimes. So Krishna never appears alone. He always appears with his associates. So as mentioned, as in the beginning of Bhagavatam we heard, in the 3rd chapter, different incarnations are mentioned. At the end of this, there is a Paribhasa Sutra for Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, 1.3.28. What does it say? Ete chamsa kalha pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrai Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. So different ages, many incarnations, portions and plenary portions of the plenary portions appear. They appear to kill the atheist. But Krishna appears, who is the Bhagavan Swayam, who is the original incarnation, who is the original personality of Godhead. He incarnates, he takes avatar just to please the devotees. So Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, why is he called avatar? Because he is descending from his original position to the material world. So he is avatar, but he is the original personality of Godhead. So we are fortunate just to build to this. Why are we fortunate that Krishna himself has appeared? We have access to Krishna in this day of Brahma. So when Krishna appears, he has got pastime in 3 places. He has got Vraja Leela, he has got Mathura Leela, and then he has Dwarka Leela. So in the 10th canto, we are hearing, right now we are in 2nd chapter. So the first 4 chapters describe Brahma's prayers to the Lord. As we heard, Brahma is offering prayer. He is doing his duty. He played a part of requesting Krishna to appear. So Brahma is offering the prayers which are in the first 4 chapters. And it also speaks about the appearance of the Lord. So then 5 to 39 chapters. How many chapters does Canto 10 have? 90 chapters. So the first 4 chapters explain about Brahma's prayers and Lord's appearance. And then 5 to 39 chapters explains about Lord's pastimes in Vrindavan. And then the 40th chapter is a bit of sad chapter, but is the chapter where Akrura takes away Krishna from Vrindavan, and on the bank of Yamuna he sees the Vasudeva Krishna form of the Lord, Supreme Personality of the Godhead. And Krishna playing in the waters, Krishna and Balram playing in the waters of Yamuna. So that is 40th chapter. And then 41 to 51 chapter, we hear about Krishna's pastimes in Mathura. And then 52 onwards till 90 chapters, the 39th chapter, we hear Krishna's pastimes in Dwarka. So this is how the 10th canto is laid up to. And in the last 5 chapters is interesting, the 85 to 90 chapter. It explains about Krishna's supremacy over all the other incarnations. So finally, at the end of 10th canto, the last 5 chapters, Sukadeva Goswami establishes how Krishna is superior to Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and even Lord Vishnu, by the pastime of Bhrigu Muni, who goes and tests the lords. And then by the pastime of Krishna, how Krishna and Arjuna go to the abode of Mahavishnu and bring back the son of the Brahmanas. So by those pastimes, Sukadeva Goswami is trying to establish that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, again, right at the beginning in this canto and at the end of this canto, it establishes Krishna's supremacy. Krishna's tu Bhagwan Swayam, he is the original personality of Godhead. So here, it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 10.42, Srila Prabhupada is quoting, Vistabhyam idam Krishnam ekam sena stito jagat. With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Everything is situated as part of the Supreme Lord's potency. And Lord is present in everything, all things being His part and parcels, amsa bhagena, and increasing or decreasing by His supreme will. What does this mean, amsa bhagena? So just by Krishna's desire, everything manifests. He does not have to work hard to get something. If we have to get a car, we have to work for our life sometimes. Or if we have to get a house, we have to pay for that, for the entire life, and even children have to pay for it sometimes, the mortgage, yeah? So whole life goes in paying off just one house. So, but Krishna's position is not like that. Even before he desires, things manifest. So that's what is known as Amsa Bhagena. He just has to desire and things manifest. There is nothing impossible for the Lord. And this is a very nice pastime here. How Krishna, when Krishna is in front of you, what would you ask him? You wouldn't ask him something ordinary. Give me 10 rupees or 100 rupees or $10 or $100. You don't ask. If one of the most powerful personality is present in front of you, what would you ask? And we see here, and this is again explained in the 85th chapter of this canto, Devaki in that chapter is asking Krishna, because we heard how Kamsa has killed the 6 sons of Devaki. So she always had that longing to see her sons, because she couldn't really be with her sons. Imagine a mother, her 6 sons, as soon as they are born, are killed by her own brother. So she always had that longing for her sons. So Devaki asked Krishna one day in Dwarka that, Krishna, you are so powerful, you are most powerful, and you have the ability to bring back people who are dead. Because you have done that with your spiritual master, Sandipani Muni, you brought his son back, even after he was dead for a long time. So, I'm your mother, can you please bring back my 6 sons? So she is asking Krishna, requesting Krishna for this. And Krishna, of course, this is the order from the mother, how can he say no? So Krishna and Balram immediately go to Sutalapuri. Sutalapuri is one of the subterranean planets. So he goes to Sutalapuri. Who lives in Sutalapuri? Sorry, anyone knows? Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj lives in Sutalapuri and he rules there. And who is the guardian there? Vamanadev. The Lord himself is guarding, is basically the guardian of that planet. So Lord Krishna and Balram go there and they speak to Bali Maharaj and tell them, you have got these 6 sons of Devaki who were killed by Kamsa, they are here. Because it's a hellish planet, it's not a heavenly planet. So they were sent, and again, going back into history, why they were sent to the hellish planet? Because, again, we'll go back a little bit into the flashback. So these 6 sons were actually the sons of Marichi. And Marichi is the son of Lord Brahma's Manasaputra. He was born of the mind of Brahma. So Marichi can be called as mind. We will come to that later on. But so Marichi was the son of Brahma, Manasaputra of Brahma. He was born from the mind of Brahma, and he had 6 sons, many sons. Kashyapa Muni is also son of Marichi. So he is a grandfather of all the Devtas and Asuras, because all the Devtas and Danavas are the sons of Kashyapa Muni. So he is a grandfather. So Marichi is a very powerful personality. He is not an ordinary personality, right? So these 6 sons of Marichi, they are also like demigods. They were very powerful. But then at one stage, when Brahma got attracted to his own daughter, these 6 sons made fun of Lord Brahma. They mocked. Of course, it's not an ordinary thing, because Brahma is chasing after his own daughter, attracted to his own daughter, Vak. So these 6 sons made fun of Lord Brahma. And then Lord Brahma cursed them, because you mocked at me. It wasn't like they're just mocking. Because you mocked at me, made fun of me, you are not fit to be in the heavenly planet. You have to suffer in the hellish planet for 3 lives. So they were sent to the hellish, become demons. You are having demoniac nature of criticizing a devotee. So you become a devotee. So demon. So what do we understand from this pastime? We have to be very careful of offending a Vaishnava. And this is, Lord Krishna is telling Bali Maharaj about the history of the 6 sons. He's saying that one has to be very careful of Vaishnava Aprad. Even if one is a devotee of mine, but he offends a Vaishnava, he will go to hell. So Krishna is telling this to Bali Maharaj, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining, giving a purport to that. So these 6 sons were cursed to become sons, come to the material world and become sons of Hiranyakashipu. But the 6 sons had still feeling for, they had remembrance that they were cursed because of offending Brahma. So they were praying to Lord Brahma to please forgive them, so that they can again get back to their original position as demigods. And Hiranyakashipu came to know that these people are worshipping Lord Brahma. So Hiranyakashipu cursed them again, that you are worshipping Brahma without my permission. You should be worshipping me. Hiranyakashipu was thinking, he is supreme. So he is saying, you should be worshipping me. So I curse you that you will be born in the Rakshasa. Even in Asuras there are different categories. So Rakshasa in the Asuras is the lowest. So he said, you will be born in the Rakshasa family, and then in next life, your own father will kill you. So the 6 sons were again born as sons of Kalanemi. He was a Rakshasa. And in the life after, they were born as the 6 Sadgarbhas, and Kalanemi was born as Kamsa. So Kamsa killed this 6, his own children in the past life. So this is how the storyline goes. This is Krishna telling Bali Maharaj all this story. How these 6 sons, why were they killed by Kamsa? Because they were cursed to be killed by their own father. And these 6 children represent Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. The 6 vices that we have. Kama means lust. Krodha means anger. Kama, Krodha. Lobha means greed. Moha, illusion. Mada, madness. And Matsarya, envy. So the 6 sons represent these 6 vices that we have in the material world. Marichi is the representation of mind, because he was a Manashaputra. So these 6 vices are born of Marichi, from the mind. And how can they be overcome? Kamsa represents fear. So by the fear of being in the material, Prabhupada and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur write in their commentary that by the fear of material world, one can overcome these vices. Prabhupada says, the only criticism I have for my disciple, they don't fear Maya enough. So when one fears Maya, one is in the material world, one is very careful, then he can overcome these vices. And Devki represents Bhakti. So by the process of Bhakti, what happens? The 6 vices are killed by the fear of material world, and then who is born within the womb of Devki? Lord Balram appears first. And Lord Balram represents the Guru Tattva. So when the Guru appears in the life of a devotee, Bhakti begins. And after Lord Balram, who appears? Krishna appears within the womb of Devki. So we get Krishna by the blessings of our spiritual master. And these 6 vices are destroyed by bhakti and fear of material world. So this whole pastime is explained by Krishna to Bali Maharaj, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining the analogies for these personalities who are appearing. So what happens then? Bali Maharaj gives these 6 sons to Krishna, and Krishna goes back to his mother, Devaki, and gives this 6. Now the 6 sons are like small children still. So automatically Mother Yashoda feels the motherly love for the 6 sons, and she grabs them and takes them onto her lap, and they start sucking her breast milk. And by that process, the 6 sons become purified, because they have taken the remnants of the Lord. Because what had happened when Lord was born in the prison house, he appeared as a 4-arm form first, and then he changed into a 2-arm form. And then because Vasudeva was going to take him to Gokul to give it to Nanda Maharaj, Devaki breastfeed the Lord so that he does not become thirsty on the way. So when the 6 sons drank the milk from Mother Devaki again, automatically they took the remnants of the Lord and they become purified, and they immediately came into their original demigod form. And then they offered their obeisances to Mother Yashoda, to Krishna Balram, to Vasudeva, and then they went back home, back to Godhead. So this is the pastime which is explained in 85th chapter of this canto. And there are some very nice points which comes up. One of the points is, Krishna is the Bhagwan Swayam. He can do anything and everything. There is nothing impossible for the Lord. And the second point that we understand is, we should be very careful of offending a Vaishnava. Because the 6 sons who were demigods, just because of one offense, they had to go through so much of trouble in the material world. So they had to take birth as the sons of Hiranyakashipu, as demons. Then they had to take birth as sons of Kalanemi. Then they had to die by the hands of Kamsa, their own father in the previous life. And then they had to go and suffer in the hellish planet. So they had to go through so much of trouble just because of the offense they committed. So we have to be very careful of the offending Vaishnavas. Okay, I'll stop here. Any questions or comments? Yes, Prabhuji. No problem.
It's a little bit out of this verse, but within the context, you explain about
No, it's for the people who are
okay.
here.
Thank you. It's a little bit out of the class, but it's within the context. So you say that the sons of Brahma make a fun of him because he was chasing his daughter. So that means that since time immemorial, we have this situation that the attraction even for the own daughter, according to the material or the materialistic point of view, this is condemned. This is something that is not acceptable. So how can you explain? I'm sorry, I'm very ignorant. I didn't read that part of the Bhagavatam, but how did Brahma was attached to his own daughter? I really don't
so it is explained in 3rd canto when Brahma was creating. So when Brahma was creating this universe, at first he creates different personalities. So first he creates Chatuskumar, the 4 Kumaras. So when he creates 4 Kumaras, they and ask him to propagate the universe. And the 4 Kumaras says, sorry, we are renunciate. We don't want to get involved into the material world affairs and creation and all those things. We don't want to get bound. They just left. Brahma became angry that they are not following his order. And Rudra appears, the 10 Rudras. And Brahma tells them to do the same thing. Why don't you create? But these are Rudras, right? Rudras born out of anger of Brahma. So these people started destroying whatever he had created, even the earth. So Brahma had to tell them, please go, right now is not the time. You come when there is time required at the end of the day of Brahma, you can come and destroy things. So you just go and meditate. And then Brahma creates the 10 rishis, from his mind he does the meditation and 10 rishis appear. And then he becomes peaceful because these 10 rishis were very saintly. And then Vak, his daughter, appears. So then Brahma becomes attracted because she was so beautiful. So in that, the Acharyas point out, and Srila Prabhupada makes the point, that we have to be very careful of material energy. Because if Lord Brahma, who is like full of knowledge, can become attracted to his own daughter, what is our position? So one has to be very careful. And the second point which comes in that pastime is, because Lord Brahma was surrounded by the saintly people, the 10 rishis who were born of Brahma, they stopped him. This is not appropriate. And if you do this, people in future generations will follow you and they will be condemned. So Brahma was saved by the instructions of the saintly people. So these are the two instructions we take from that pastime. First, it is possible we can fall down any time in the material world. We have to be careful of that. And second, if we are surrounded by the saintly association of the devotee, they will stop us from falling down. Yeah.
It's okay. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Nevertheless, when you say that Brahma was bluffed by these children, it's not that he deserved to be bluffed because of his action. You say that he was
mocked.
He was mocked.
Oh yeah. So the 6 sons of Marichi.
Yeah, the 6 sons of Marichi were mocking Brahma. Don't you think that he deserved to be mocked because of his previous action of being attracted to his daughter? So why he have to react and curse them?
Very important point. So sometimes someone makes, or someone may have some vices, but because he's at the position, one has to be very careful not to criticize him. So you have to understand Brahma's position and the position of those 6 demigods. Brahma was grandfather, and he had done the creation, and just because he fell down for temporarily, he still, okay, if it was someone at the Brahma's position or higher than him, it's okay. But as a subordinate, if you criticize the authority, then you will have to go through the punishment. So it is very important that we have to know whom we are dealing with. If somebody is higher than us, then it is not our duty to correct him or ridicule him. Because there will be reactions for that.
I understand that. That probably can be translated in nowadays when we see that some exemplary or so-called exemplary devotees who are putting on a pedestal, and we are unconsciously putting our faith in such a great personalities. What happens when they, for example, fall down due to some some bad actions, some vices?
Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that even if the devotee temporarily fall down, if he is on the path, he should still be considered as saintly.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So any temporary fall down, but the devotee is still on the path of devotion, we should not throw him out, or we should not neglect him. He should still be respected as a devotee.
Respect, but that means that we should not address also the situation?
We should address the situation, but here we are talking about Brahma, who temporarily, he did not completely fall down.
Okay.
This was just an attraction, and he was attracted to his daughter, but immediately as soon as the sages corrected him, he stopped.
Okay.
He did not just go after, ignored the sages, right? Okay. So in material world, we are here because we are diseased. If you are in a hospital, everyone in the hospital who is admitted has got some kind of a disease, right? A healthy person wouldn't be admitted to the hospital. So because we are all in the material world, we all have got some defects, disease. And so we will have some fall down. But if that fall down is corrected by a devotee and a person does not become overcome by his mind, then he should be considered saintly. If he's still on the path of devotion, he should be considered saintly. So similarly in Brahma's case, he did have a temporary attraction for his own daughter, but by correction of the sages, he did not act on his mind's desire. He stopped. He understood that this is wrong. Yeah. So his position still should be respected as Lord Brahma.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, you explained to us how we have to be careful of offending a Vaishnava. What can we do if we maybe accidentally or make some offense? How can we deal with that?
If you know you have done an offense to a particular Vaishnava, you just serve that Vaishnava. Best is you go and apologize. If you think that is not going to work, you serve that Vaishnava. And generally Vaishnavas are merciful. They forgive. So it's not like like Durvasa Muni, who got offended and wanted to kill Amrish Maharaj just for drinking water. And then he had to face the consequence for that. So Vaishnavas are not like that. They are generally compassionate and forgiving. So best is go and pay obeisances or apologize for what you have done and then serve the Vaishnava, and that should reconcile.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. Everything, whole Bhagavatam you put in a nutshell, easy to understand. You mentioned Krishna comes one day of a Brahma once, and then we are lucky enough that in that one day, so you said he does not come another part. So does it mean the night, you mean the night of the Brahma?
No. In the day of Brahma, we are in the 20th cycle, but in that day we are in the 7th Manvantara, which is the middle of the day. So in the other part of other days, there are different other incarnations who appear. Krishna himself does not appear. Night, there is no creation. At the end of the day of Brahma, there is night then. So then there is no creation because everything is filled with water and everybody is in the Yoga Nidra. And then the creation again begins next day.
Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhu, what I've heard is, just commenting on that, Prabhu, in one day of Brahma means Krishna himself appears every single day. But obviously we have many Kali Yugas in that day.
That's right.
And then all other Kali Yugas in that particular day, his expansions come from Vaikuntha.
Yes.
Vishnu Tattva.
That's right.
But he comes every single day of Brahma, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Not only single day of Brahma, but in every yuga. Krishna says...
Swayam Bhagavan. Actually.
Yes. Krishna says in every yuga he appears. But just in this particular day of Brahma, this yuga cycle, Krishna himself appears.
Yes.
But in other yuga cycles, Krishna's incarnations appear. Yeah. So it's not that he only appears in Kali Yuga this particular time. No, he appears in Satyuga, Dwapar, Treta, Kali Yuga, again another. All the 1,000 yuga cycles, different incarnations appear. But we are fortunate that in this Kali Yuga we had, or Sandhya, in Dwapar Yuga, Krishna himself appeared, and Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself appeared, who is Krishna himself. So we are the most fortunate because we have got access to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna himself, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And it is mentioned, it is only in this particular yuga cycle, in this Kali Yuga, we have got access to Golok Vrindavan. In other yuga cycles, you can go up to Vaikuntha. You cannot go to Golok Vrindavan. So we should take advantage of the opportunity that we have got in this particular yuga cycle, where even demigods, in the 5th canto, the demigods are praying to the Lord, please allow us to take birth in this Kali Yuga, because this is the easy way to go back home, back to Godhead. Just by chanting the holy names of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just by chanting the holy names of the Lord, we can go back home, back to Godhead. How easy can it be? It cannot be any easier than that. So, yes, Mother. Yes, 24 hours. That's Haridas Thakur used to chant almost 20 hours in a day. 22 hours he used to chant. So, the 24 hours is auspicious. You can chant any time. That is why it is mentioned, it does not have any hard and fast rules. Like the other mantras, you have to chant at a particular time of the day. You can't chant it at night. So some of the mantras are there, Gayatri mantras, and you have to chant at 3 sandhyas. You can't just chant any time. But Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, there is no hard and fast rules. You can chant anytime, anywhere. Anytime, anywhere. Yes. There is a pastime where somebody said one should not chant the holy names of the Lord when he is gone to pass stool or urine in the toilet. One should not chant. And then there was a boy, Gopal. He challenged, he told the Lord, but what if somebody passes in the toilet, passes away in the toilet, dies in the toilet? And if he is not chanting the holy names of the Lord, what will be his gati? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, you are Gopal Guru. One can chant at any time, place, circumstance. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra can be chanted anywhere, anytime. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I've come from Hobart just this morning. My just question
welcome.
is, yeah, we just arrived now. Just question on when you were saying that in other yogas you cannot go back to Goloka Vrindavan, but only to Vaikuntha planets. But if you have the knowledge of Krishna, can you still go back? Or there is a restriction in that particular
There is
yoga?
no restriction, but then how would you have knowledge of Krishna in your next life?
Like,
Or in other yuga cycles?
for example, you've been born, I don't know, like, you know the knowledge from somewhere.
Yeah, because it is mentioned only in this yuga cycle we have got access to Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. We got access to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inaugurated the Sankirtan movement.
So Bhagavatam was not...
Yeah, so there is Bhagavatam in other yuga cycles also,
Okay.
but that does not explain Krishna's pastime in so detail. So that is why we are fortunate that we have got this Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, which is based on Ete Chamsa Kalapamsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, which is describing the glories of the Supreme Lord Krishna himself. Yeah, I think you missed the first part of the class, which we explained why Krishna is the Supreme Person, is the same Supreme Personality of Godhead who is the origin of all the incarnations. So we are fortunate that Krishna is born in Dwapar Yuga and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and then we got access to Bhagavatam. So that is why it is, Krishna is only accessible to this particular yuga cycle.
Thank you,
No
Prabhuji.
problem. Okay, we'll stop it. Granthra Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you all for coming.
Kapalen Priya Priti Manti Pasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govinda Adi Purusham Amaham Bhajami 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 Govinda Adi Purusham
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanshan Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha